Once upon a time in ancient Greece, there was a great fascination with the planet Venus and its movements in the sky. The people believed that the planet was ruled by a powerful god known as Phosphorus, who was commonly referred to as the morning star. Phosphorus was a significant figure in Greek mythology, and he was often depicted as a handsome youth carrying a torch. He was the son of the goddess Eos, who was associated with dawn and the rising sun. Thus, Phosphorus was called Geosphorus, which means dawn-bringer. The Greeks believed that Venus brought light to the world, and they associated it with the renewal of life and vitality. The planet's rising and setting times varied throughout the year, and its appearance was often linked to the change of seasons. During the darker months of winter, Venus would appear most brightly in the sky, indicating the coming of longer days and the eventual coming of spring. Phosphorus was not the only god associated with light-bringing and torch-bearing in Greek mythology. Hecate, Artemis/Diana, and Hephaestus were among the other gods and goddesses who were given this epithet. It was believed that they brought light and protection to those who worshipped them, and their images were often placed in temples and shrines throughout Greece. Over time, the Greeks' fascination with the planets and the gods associated with them grew, and their mythology became a central part of their cultural identity. Today, people still use the term Geosphorus to refer to the morning star, and the idea of the rebirth of life associated with the planet Venus still resonates with people around the world. In Greek mythology, the morning star, or the planet Venus, was called Phosphorus. He was believed to be the son of either Astraeus and Eos, Cephalus and Eos, or Atlas. He was often equated with Hesperus by the Latin poet Ovid, who also assigned him as the father of Daedalion. However, Servius believed he was the father of either the Hesperides or Hesperus, and also the father of Ceres. Interestingly, the Greeks considered the morning star and the evening star as one celestial object, although they continued to treat them as different mythological entities. Some interpreters suggest that this indicates that the Greeks viewed the star as not just embodying the god or gods of mythology. Despite the different beliefs about Phosphorus, one thing that remains the same is that he remains an interesting part of Greek mythology, and continues to attract attention and fascination from people all over the world. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a group of people who marveled at the morning star, the planet Venus. They admired its beauty, and were in awe of its brightness and the way it shone in the sky. One day, a wise elder of the village explained that the morning star was actually a planet, and that it was located between the Earth and the Sun. He told them that it could only be seen for a short time in the eastern morning sky before the sun rose, or in the western evening sky after the sun had set. As the legend went, Venus was the brightest of all celestial objects, even brighter than Jupiter and Saturn. But it never rose high in the sky, unlike the other planets. The people were fascinated by its peculiar behavior, and they began to create legends and myths about it. According to one myth, deities associated with the morning star had a strong desire to occupy the highest position among the gods, but they were eventually overthrown. This myth was linked to the fact that Venus never rose high in the sky and always remained low in the horizon. As time passed, the people continued to observe and marvel at the morning star, never losing their fascination for this mysterious planet. It was intriguing to think that these myths may have originated from the observation of Venus's peculiar behavior in the sky, reminding us once again that the universe is full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. In the ancient city of Athens, two young boys named Hesperus and Phosphorus lived on opposite sides of the same street. Though they were neighbors, they never met each other. Hesperus spent his evenings gazing at the stars and admiring the planet he saw shining brilliantly in the sky. Little did he know that Phosphorus was doing the same thing from his side of the street. They both referred to this planet as the evening star and the morning star, respectively, oblivious to the fact that they were actually referring to the same celestial object. Years passed, and the two boys grew up to become famous philosophers, renowned for their work in the field of philosophy of language. Hesperus wrote about the importance of proper names in semantics, using the example of the evening star and the morning star to illustrate his point. But it was Phosphorus who took Hesperus' idea to the next level by changing the example to Hesperus is Phosphorus, using their own names to show the significance of proper names in language. Their work resonated with other thinkers, including Saul Kripke, who used their example to demonstrate how knowledge of something could be discovered rather than known a priori. The sentence, Hesperus is Phosphorus, has since become a foundational concept in the philosophy of language, representing a powerful tool for exploring and understanding the nature of language and meaning.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.